Let's talk about the part almost no one wants to talk about. A 21-day fast can be powerful, clarifying, and it can change how you relate to food, hunger, and yourself. And, this matters, it can also go wrong. Pretending otherwise doesn't make you brave, it makes you reckless. This is the second video of the pre-fast series, where we spend 10 minutes a day learning one strategy to prepare for your own 3-week fast. And if you're watching this later on replay, every video is numbered and organized in a playlist so you can follow them in order and move through the journey at your own pace. This video isn't here to scare you away from long-term fasting. It's here to ask a different question. Are you approaching a 3-week fast consciously or recklessly? Hi, I'm Basswood, and on this channel you'll learn everything you need to know about how to successfully prepare for and finish your 3-week fast to experience body, mind, and spirit transformation reserved for the top 0.1%. But before we go any further, I need to clarify something. I am not a medical professional, and nothing here is medical advice. This series is meant to help you think clearly, not tell you what to do. Long-term fasting isn't for everyone, and it can be dangerous in certain situations. If you have medical concerns, a history of eating disorders, or are you pregnant or breastfeeding, please speak with a qualified professional before considering anything like this. You are responsible for your own decisions. This is about information, not instruction. And this video is all about getting information. Seeing a doctor before a long-term fast is not about asking for permission. You are not looking for approval. You are not looking for encouragement. You're looking for information. A doctor isn't there to decide for you. They're there to help you understand the body you are starting with. Because the real question isn't, can someone fast for 3 weeks? It's, what body am I bringing to this fast? Now, most people don't actually know their baseline health. Not really. Blood pressure, blood sugar regulation, electrolyte balance, deficiencies, underlying conditions. A multi-week fast doesn't usually create problems. It reveals them. Stress exposes weak points, silence exposes noise. A long fast exposes systems that we were already struggling with. So let's talk plainly about what can go wrong during a long-term fast. Not horror stories, just reality. Think about electrolyte imbalances, dizziness or fainting, weakness that doesn't resolve with rest, blood sugar instability, dehydration, heart rhythm issues, rare but serious, and refeeding problems if you break a fast improperly. Now, most complications don't come from fasting itself. They come from poor preparation, ignoring signals, or rushing the refeed at the end. That's why preparing for a long fast matters more than the fast itself. And there's another distinction you need to understand. Discomfort is not danger. Hunger is not an emergency. Fatigue is not failure. And stillness is not collapse. But there are signals you don't push through, like persistent dizziness, confusion, chest pain, loss of consciousness. A 3-week fast demands listening. Ignoring your body is not discipline, it's ego. Now let's talk about doctors for a moment. Many doctors will say, don't do it. When I told my gynecologist I just concluded a 6-week fast, she told me that if she had known before, she would have strapped me to the bed and force-fed me a half-bloody steak. She's an old friend and she means well. But when doctors say, don't do it, doesn't automatically mean they are wrong. And it doesn't automatically mean you are either. Doctors are trained to prevent worst-case outcomes. They rarely see well-prepared extended fasting, let alone a fast that takes care of your nutrients and minerals in the process, like the Roy's fasting method. They usually see emergencies, not intentional long fasts. So a don't isn't a verdict, it's data. Your responsibility is to understand the risk, not argue with authority or rebel against it. And here's the part that matters the most. A 3-week fast isn't about toughness, it's about responsibility. If someone isn't willing to gather medical context, to listen to signals, or to stop if needed, they're not ready. The fast doesn't reward recklessness, it punishes it. And we need to be clear about this. A long fast is not for everyone, not for certain medical conditions, not during pregnancy or breastfeeding, not for anyone with an active eating disorder, not for punishment or control, not for escaping life, and definitely not for someone unwilling to stop. This isn't up for debate. And here's the part people don't expect. Talking to a doctor before a 3-week fast isn't really about the doctor. It's about what happens in your mind once you've done it. When you've had that conversation, when you've asked that real questions, heard real concerns and taken them seriously, something shifts. You stop guessing, you stop pretending you don't know the risk, and you stop moving on impulse. Whether the doctor is cautious, supportive, or skeptical, you walk away with permission. Not permission from them, but permission from yourself. Because now you are not acting blindly. You are acting with information. And that changes how you show up to a long fast. You listen more carefully, you take signals seriously, you're less reactive, less anxious, and less reckless. Even if the doctor says, I wouldn't recommend it, you are no longer rebelling, you're choosing. And that difference matters. A 3-week fast doesn't just test your body. It tests your ability to take responsibility without outsourcing it. And once you've had that conversation, you are not chasing approval anymore. You are grounded. And that groundedness is what carries people through difficult moments, not motivation and not willpower. Clarity does. So if you do one thing before considering a long fast, let it be this. Talk to someone who understands risks and listen. Not so you can be told yes, but so you can move forward without doubt. Because confidence doesn't come from ignoring reality. It comes from facing it and choosing anyway. And before I conclude this video, one last thing. In the middle of February, I will be inviting anyone who feels called to join me on a 3-week fast. Your action steps for this video are: step number 1. Comment your top 3 reservations that are holding you back from fasting. Your struggles might be just the thing somebody overlooked, and now they will have something else to speak to their doctor about. Fasting is easier when you do it with like-minded people who support you. Step number 2, write down the questions you'd like to ask your doctor about and download the free workbook where you will also find a pre-fast safety and preparation guide to help you prepare for your doctor's appointment. And step number 3, subscribe if you aren't subscribed already, so that you can stay with me through this whole pre-fasting series, because we are only on video number 2 and there's so much we need to cover. And hit that bell icon so you don't miss any videos. We'll continue with video number 3, where I'll explain one core myth. Hunger doesn't end fasts, boredom does. Today, you made a huge step toward your goal of finishing your 3-week fast. Congratulations. Keep the momentum going. Make that doctor's appointment, and we'll see each other in the next video.